Hey everybody, another day, another reaction. So probably, a band that's getting a bit of hype about it. Probably, one of the handful of bands that I'd say has received quite a bit of hype this year is Imminent, and for good reason. They've dropped a couple of awesome tracks, that have been in dramatically different directions. And the last one that I reacted to was Heaven in Hiding, which was kind of, more of a slower, more I don't even know how you would describe that, to be honest. It was, more singing, and the singer of this band just has an incredible voice, absolutely incredible. And as you know, at the end of that track, that surprise breakdown, they're able to meld heavy and light at the same time. It's not something that all bands can pull off. Long story short, they've got another track called Ghost, and they're releasing a new album in November called Heaven in Hiding. Can't remember the date. But I just know they got an album finally coming, which a lot of people have been waiting for. So let's check out Ghost. Okay, we got a little pulsing little synth bass line. Well, my subwoofer speakers are going crazy in here. You probably can't hear this, but this thing's vibrating. Some voodoo or something's going on here. Is that legal? It's surely not illegal. Oh, okay. This is obviously the continuance of the last couple of film clips they've done. There's been some spiritual stuff going on. Wow, my speakers, things are vibrating like mad in here. Oh, shit. God, what a build. What? It hasn't even started yet. Got some synthwave vibes happening on this part. Wow, that guitar sounds huge. Reminds me of Temptation. Very similar guitar work. Oh. God, he's got a set of lungs on him, this guy, doesn't he? Wow, he can really scream and sing. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh. That wasn't even the real breakdown. That's just a taster. We know some heavier shit's coming. Good chorus as well. Massive, obviously massive Architects vibes on this one. There's going to be a lot of comparisons to Architects, but I know there's another breakdown coming. You just know it, these guys. I'm ready. Build it. Oh, yes. Twitch for me. Come on, Twitch for the breakdown. Oh, this song would be so nuts live. This film clip is nuts too. What's going on? Oh, this dude's fucked up, eh? God, he does sound like Sam Carter on his cleans, hey? And this band's Swedish, right? They're not British. Oh. That voice, man, that voice. Wow. No surprise breakdowns? No. We're gonna watch this to the end. Song's clearly over. I'm loving the theme between these clips. So clearly that's the theme that's carried over from Temptation and then Heaven in Hiding and now Ghost. I don't know what is going on, to be honest. Some spiritual cult sort of vibes happening. But it's awesome to see they've got like a theme. They clearly got a creative vision. Maybe, I don't know if the album itself is going to have a theme that matches the film clip. Clearly they've put a lot of thought into this. Anyway, besides the film clip, which is really cool. All the clips are really cool. What a song. What a song. This actually reminded me of Temptation. So, you know, obviously Temptation, when I first heard that, I was absolutely blown away. Went a little crazy with the Architects comparisons. That was my first sort of introduction to this band. I've never actually heard of them before that. But, you know, I've kind of seen they're a multi-dimensional band. You know, beyond the Architects comparisons, obviously similar voice to Sam Carter. Imminence are their own entity, so don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to put the band down as an Architects clone because clearly they're not. But I mean, you can't deny the similarities, especially on his cleans. I think this band's like from, you know, Sweden or something, aren't they? Right? I don't think they're a British band. But yeah, it's interesting. The accent seems to kind of have when he sings, it seems to come through. It kind of sounds British. But anyway, awesome, absolutely awesome track. This band really know how to kind of ebb and flow. They can create, you know, light parts, and then it kind of accentuates the dark parts, if that makes sense. So instead of being heavy all the way through, the heavy parts have such a harder impact when there's kind of like when there's a softer part before them. So, you know, if you listen to a lot of heavy music, you kind of become desensitized to it. When you listen to a heavy song like this, which has some heavy parts in it, but then also has some singing in the choruses, some softer parts like Heaven in Hiding, for example. When you do get to like a really explosive breakdown or heavy part, it just hits you differently. It's almost like the soft parts lull you into this, you know, false sense of security almost. You kind of let your guard down and it's just like, bam, straight into you. The production on these tracks as well is absolutely mind-blowing. You know, a lot of modern music these days is quite sterile in its production. And I don't, you know, a lot of music I'll actually get put off from listening to it long term because the production just, you know, it just doesn't sound exciting to me. It sounds bland. It sounds like everything else. Imminence, I don't know what they've done. I don't know if they've just managed to find a producer who knows how to make them sound good. But they don't sound generic. You know, they're not breaking the mold on heavy music here. But they're clearly a talented band that knows how to do a whole bunch of different things. This band could be a radio band if they wanted to, for sure. With a clean singing voice like that, he clearly can sing, clearly can scream as well. The band could clearly write a song. I mean, this band probably could do anything. But I'm just glad that they're, you know, focused in on this kind of heavier music scene because they do it so well. You know, this band, mark my words, this band is going to be huge. You know, I know they've been around for a while and they have a fan base. But they never came onto my radar until Temptation, and I think it was the same story for a lot of other people. Never heard this band until Temptation. And I have gone back and, watched and listened to some of their older stuff, which is incredible. But this to me kind of sounds like more of a, just based on these last few tracks they've released, this actually sounds like a direction that's going to open them up to a massive fan base. And they've proven that these few singles that they've released alone, they're here to make it known that they're here. So absolutely amazing. Easily one of my favorite bands of 2021 that I've discovered. And there's been quite a few amazing bands that I've discovered this year in music. There's a lot of awesome albums coming out this year that I'm looking forward to. This is one of them. I'm glad this album isn't coming out in September because there's already competition between Thrice and Spiritbox on the same damn day of all days of music being dropped, and there's a few others as well that I've probably forgotten. So November, mark it down, pre-order it, just do whatever. This band needs our support. They deserve our support. Great brand, great track. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this track. What's your favorite of the new singles so far? For me, it's kind of an even split. I played Temptation to death, so I haven't really listened to that in a while. But Heaven in Hiding, I loved that. I loved Heaven in Hiding. Ghost, I really like Ghost as well. To me, it's kind of Ghost and Temptation. Heaven in Hiding kind of stands out. It's more of its own unique sort of different thing to this. But I'm really curious to hear what they do on the album. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think if you're a fan of this band. And if you made it to the end of this kind of hack/rambling fest, once again, I appreciate your time as always. And until next time.